Hello Internet, it's Zeg. I'm back in Opus Magnum again. It's been another while, a bit of a break, so I barely remember what I'm doing. I mean, I remember most of what we did. We're clearly gearing up for some kind of attack on this party that House Convern is setting up. So let's make this presumably poisonous / hallucinogenic lipstick that we're working on. So how did we do? I mean, how far did we get? Oh right, yes, the glyph disposal, that's what we were working on. Okay, so what did I get so far? Oh right, yeah, I remember. I'd done one half of it and now I've just got to do the other half. Which shouldn't be too difficult in theory. Don't know where I'm actually going to build this, just sort of somewhere near where this ends up. And actually I should probably make that a triple bonder, because that'll actually fit the shape. So we just have to make a circle of Moors, which shouldn't be too difficult probably. Might want this way up so that the Moors comes out the top. But for now, let's just work on this like separately and not try and think about where I'm putting it. And really, to get this in here, I'm going to need a piston arm. And we'll just shove it backwards and forwards, that'll be fine. I think I already said last time I was playing that this is clearly not going to be an efficient solution in any way, but, you know, we may as well go with it. So, extend, drop, retract, grab, extend, drop. Well, I mean, I could try and make that slightly faster, if you consider the timing of these two things. Because it's clear that this half is probably going to take way shorter time than grinding through this a bunch of times. Did I do those the right way around? Yeah, no, that is right. And this will go down here somewhere, not exactly sure where. That's one frame too early. Right, and then to make a ring, well, some kind of... yeah, I don't actually know what kind of manoeuvre we're going to go with for that. Because really you need two halves and then join them together like I did with that other ring-shaped thing. Might be kind of awkward. Could I do it by like a push and a pivot? I think I probably could, right? And maybe another one of these? probably on the other side. It's not really going to be long enough to do with a piston. I might have to do it with a track instead. Okay, so grab plus again. And then the first one won't need a pivot, but every other one will. Yeah, that might work. Okay, so let's put in some repeats. Don't know if they're going to be able to be immediate repeats or not. Because that probably needs to happen there. So it looks like about 2 gaps worth of space between each loop would be the timing. Except it might be 3 because I've still got to pivot on this next one. Plus, and then pivot outwards. I think that probably makes sense. So yeah, we're going to have to shift all this. Oh, okay, I guess we don't actually have to shift those ones. Just the other ones are going to need to be 3 squares apart from now on. Can't exactly use the repeat command there because I made 2 different sets of commands. And I could go back and change them so they are the same, but it's probably not worth the effort. Okay, and then just like 3 more after that. This last one probably won't need this pivot. We'll see what we get when we get there. Wait, my timing isn't correct because I don't have the timing in the right place. Okay, so if we can just get that end of that binder there, we'll probably be good. So, diagonally above the end of that. Ah, right. Not quite like that. Probably 1 square apart. Or 1 square upwards, maybe? Because clearly this half finishes way before the other half. So I either make 8 go 1 more plus, or make another bonder and make 3 go 1 minus. Except it wouldn't be 1 minus, it would be more like 2 minus. No, let's just go for the easy solution and just make 8 go 1 more plus. No, plus. So then 8 needs a reset. At this point, 4 probably already should have reset. And then 3 will do the last rotate, probably like that. Yeah, that'll work. And then 3 can reset, and then get rid of that, and I think we're good. Yep, pretty much average. Slightly worse than average on cycles, but I'm not overly surprised. I hope Clara will survive. It would also, you know, not just that you like her, it would also help you, like, have a job, I guess. And not die. Oh, it is poisonous, okay, as I suspected. Wait, really? More than me? Universal solvent. What do we need to dissolve? Under great duress with only the barest of ingredients. Oh right, I see. Going to dissolve literally everything. Just chuck all the evidence in a big old barrel and run away. Oh man. Well, this is going to be a fun time. So what we've got 1 of every element, a life and a death. That's tin, right? Yeah, tin in the middle and 6 salts. Ugh, man. So where do we even start? Well, logically I would say we make 2 pairs of the elements with the 2 salts on, so this like little angular shape on the side, and then you make the middle bit and then you slap those 2 bits on the edges. So I'm going to say 1 salt for each of the sides and then the other 2 salt to make them centre bit. That may be a bit excessive, but it'll probably be alright. And obviously the problem with this is I've got to use Van Berlo's wheel to make the elements, and naturally fire and water are on opposite sides, and so are earth and air, so you know, I've got to deal with that. I mean, what would be the easiest way to deal with that? Just spin it around, I guess. So really we want to build probably a symmetrical thing that's going to come off both sides, and then this will do a 180 so it can get the next atom. So who knows, something along these lines probably. And what shape are we making? A sort of line with a divot at the end. Might even be better spacing those further apart. And maybe coming upwards over a bonder. Yeah, I think that probably makes sense. I'm not sure how I'm actually going to construct this with arms, but it's probably going to need to be tracks. And let's just roll with this and see how it goes. And I'll probably do this with just one arm and not a track loop, just because it's going to be way more complicated if I do it with a track loop. Okay, so grab, plus and plus, then reset, and then re-grab, and then plus plus again, and then reset again. Okay, yep. So you reset, you grab another one, you rotate the wheel, probably at this point. So that gets me not in the right order. Got to start the wheel the other way around. Okay, it's not actually a problem. So that gets me this, and then we just have to shove another solder on it somehow, which theoretically shouldn't be too much of a problem. We just need to rotate and pull another salt out of there. What would be a smooth way to do that? If I make the arm short enough, I could track one square to the left and then rotate inwards. Let's try it with a one length arm. That might be too short. So another plus. No, you need to go 2 pluses if you're going to do it like that. And making that 2-length arm wouldn't actually help, would it? Because the actual molecule is too long. And also that doesn't want to be a rotate, that wants to be a pivot. Okay, and then you just shove another one up here. So I guess I can put another arm on that track. It might not be necessary. Might just shove another arm in here and just rotate it out. In actual fact, that would probably just be better anyway to have that on a separate arm. Yeah, alright. So get rid of most of this. So grab plus plus, and then we need another arm on this side that goes grab, rotate, reset. Yeah, that might work. It might even let me rotate the molecule inwards at the end. So, another plus there should do it. I'm going to need to move these more like here, I think. Nope, too early. Oh, and also need to actually make the track long enough to support that extra plus. Then rotate inwards, minus, and that should set you up for the last atom. Yes. Okay, and then just repeat that one more time. That appears to be alright. And then obviously just mirror that on the other side. And that gets you the 2 halves. This might not be as difficult as it at first seemed, he says, not knowing how difficult getting the middle and all the rest of it together is going to be. So let me just build this mirroring part right now. May as well. Swap the direction of the rotations. Wait, no, not that one. Oh, you jerks. It's the opposite way round on that side. You know it's never going to be that easy, is it? Okay, so we're going to have to build these one after the other, not simultaneously. It kind of sucks. So we should just be able to shift these like half the cycle across. Maybe slightly sooner than that. Maybe even slightly sooner than that. Right, and then so it should be about here. Should be the other rotation. Okay, that's that problem solved. With only a marginal amount of effort. That's not actually going to be the right shape though, is it? Or is it? No, it's not, is it? The salt has to go on the other side. Should have known better to think that it would be easy. Okay, so what if I flip this over and build it coming down this way diagonally? Because that should mirror the shape. So let's just get rid of all of that. I do kind of need the reagent though. Let's just copy all the commands for now, and we'll see. Still offset though. We'll see how that turns out. It's probably not going to work. Right, yeah, that's why. Not sure about this, but we'll give it a try this way round. Okay, that appears to be correct. It's going to be quite a nightmare to get those out of there to where they actually need to go, but they're at least correctly shaped. So now forget all that, and now let's go and work on the middle bit. Okay, so we're going to need one of these to promote the lead to a tin. We're going to need one of these to make the life and Zeph. And some amount of bonding is going to happen. So we can probably get away with the same arrangement to make life and death as I did last time. The two stacked arms. From there, I don't know where on earth they're going to go. Probably onto a pair of bonders that have the salt already on them, possibly. And then you rotate them away and shove the lead tin in the middle. That seems like a bad idea, but we'll give it a shot and see how it goes. Okay, so grab, rotate, reset, grab, rotate, reset, standard procedure. And in the meantime, you're going to go grab, rotate, reset, Grab, rotate, reset. It's probably the wrong direction. Yep, that is the wrong direction. No, and that collides if you go that way. But we can fix that by just swapping the order of these. Except we can't, because that happens. No, okay, let's just do it like this. Even though this is not a good idea at all. I mean, where are they even going to go after that? Probably somewhere over to the right. Grab them with another arm and rotate them out this way. So what, like track it across and then rotate, or maybe stick it with a piston arm instead? That's not going to piston anywhere particularly helpful, is it? Well, maybe. Let's see where we can get them to with pistons. Okay, so that's going to spawn here. So rotate both once more, and then we can see about extending. Yeah, this might not be too terrible. That needs to go the other way on 9. And also the other way on 10. Well, that is technically the right arrangement. Not in a particularly useful position though. But then again, I might be able to just move the tin atom through 2 binders and pick them up on the way past. Like maybe if I had the tin weight here, a binder here, and had it go outwards, get bound to that, and then like diagonally downwards. Yeah, I mean, I guess. Probably better off using tracks. So if we maybe try and put the 2 bonders like this, so the def will be in the right place, the life will be slightly too high up, so we'll need to change that to a track instead of a piston. So grab, rotate, rotate. No, wait. Yeah, no, that should be right. Pivot outwards. Plus forwards. And then 1 more plus diagonally. And then both of those can reset, and then we'll hand it off to another arm that will do some stuff with this lead that I haven't made yet. Tin that I haven't made yet. So you probably want it to be like here, then go bond, bond, out. More arms, give me more arms. And another truck. Okay, so grab, rotate, reset, grab, rotate, reset, grab, then wait until here. Possibly there. It's got to go after the two pivots, or maybe the same time as that last pivot. Grab too early. Okay. That seems alright. Again, don't know where I'm going from here. Right, so that's basically the 3 parts, so now we just need to somehow get these all together. Okay, so that zigzag shape can rotate like this way and end up here. And then where do these 2 bits end up? Probably going to want to try them, move them leftwards, even though getting this out from behind here is going to be a problem. So let's just bring all this up here. Okay, so what can we do? Well, if we release 4 and grab with 5, we can rotate 5 to the left and then more to the left and get it up here somewhere, and then 2 can do the same to this one. And 13 can rotate its bit around. We might be able to make it somewhere in the middle here. So let's see. So 4 is going to want to go minus release. And then we're going to want to change this to grab, rotate, rotate, rotate. Oh, right, yes. Of course, 4 still has to actually not be in the way of that. Can I pivot instead? Hang on, let me have a look at that. Yeah, pivoting isn't going to help. If I just put a 4 plus in here, will that get it out of the way sufficiently? Okay, apart from that bit, but fine. That just means I need to rotate the wheel 1 backwards. point. And of course that can't rotate there, can it? Oh, it's a nightmare. Maybe I would be better off keeping it on 4. What would you even do with it? Rotate it outwards and go over the top, I suppose. That might make sense, actually. Okay, so get rid of all that. Change that back to a repeat. Get rid of this. Change that to a rotate outwards. Double minus. Oh, no. Too soon. Yeah, okay. And we may want to change 4 to a longer arm, because I can see a potential to rotate it in around the top of this bit. The trouble being, of course, that 13 is kind of blocking itself in there. And when I rotate it around, it'll be the wrong way up. Could I just swap this so it's the other way round? That might work, actually. So if we go 13 plus again, triple rotate, and that should put it somewhere useful. And then 13 will probably just need to get the heck out of the way. So where are the bonds? Here and here and here and here. So let's just put a reset on 13 for now. Hopefully it will... Oh no, it will unrotate before it negatives. Well, nope, we'll have to do that manually then. Or at least like that will do. Oh, and it also needs a drop. Okay, so we can do one of the bonds there and one of the bonds here. And then the other two. Not really sure where I'm going to go from there. So let's change 4 to a long arm. Except that's going to mess that up. Okay, change 4 to a piston arm. No. I've forgotten. Was that the right space? Let's try and make sure I do this correctly. Okay, so one more negative and then extend and then rotate and some stuff. Yeah, if we plus it to here and then rotate once, that should put it dead on. Of course, this all might be able to move slightly more to the left, so we won't do that yet. We need to work on this bottom segment first and see if I can work out where I'm going to send that. Probably 2 should just be able to rotate again. No, too soon. Rotate like that twice and then unpivot. Okay, that's not too bad. Then if we change 2 to a piston arm, we could maybe even use that to move it into position as well. Would it be better to rotate and pivot alternately? So rotate and then pivot and then rotate and then pivot. Maybe better. Because that might give me slightly better clearance. I think I am still going to need that to be a piston arm though. Take all of 2, including that. Shove that down here. Promote this back up to 2. That. Okay, so we can probably get this as close as possible to here. So 4 needs to be able to be here in order to rotate that around it, I think. I think that should work. Let's just try shoving this all the way across and see how it goes. I'm definitely sensing that there's likely to be collisions. Yep, pretty much immediately. Let's just put it as close as I can then, I guess. We'll work from that point. So 4 needs to go 1 more in the negative direction, which means I need to change this. Nope. Yeah, close. Not exactly right. Could I actually move that all the way around that corner and then have it rotate down? I think I probably could. Doesn't seem like a great idea, but I think it might work. Making these rubbish solutions work. Yep, okay, you're going to have to do the extension before that last minus. Hooray! It's terrible. It's real terrible. And then we just have to try and work out how to jam this into here. And then who knows what, probably 4 can just keep a hold of it and rotate it upwards somewhere. Okay, so what do we probably want to do with 2? Well, we can track it up to... we might need to extend, pivot inwards, rotate, then extend. It's going to be ugly. And also that's not going to work because it's going to pass over the bonder too soon. Unless I bond it on the top side with a triple bond, that is probably a better idea. So we need to go 2+, so extend that, add the 2 pluses. It's all so terrible. We're nearly there though, nearly. Then we just need to run it over another something. Okay, we're getting close. So 2 resets, 4 probably just rotates back outwards, I guess. Nope, that's going to make a bunch of extra bonds. Is there any way to get that out of there without that happening? If we go plus first and then maybe rotate. Nope, that still makes that extra bond. Wait, is there a way of avoiding that one? Or am I going to have to go back to single bonds? Awkward. It's either that or we bring 13 back. Grab it like here and then rotate it the other way. Or a new arm. That would also work. Well, let's try that then. 13. So instead of resetting, go like 2 negative to get out of the way. I think that might be far enough. Probably only 1. Okay. And then when 4 drops, re-grab with 13. And rotate it that way, maybe? Yep, okay. Maybe minus and then rotate. Okay. That's vaguely like a successful position. Then what? You're going to need to extend and then run it over another bonder and then give it to an output. Maybe using a different arm would be better. Because honestly, this whole mess with 13 is going to be a big pain if I continue using it. And I can use a full-length arm to give me maximum rotational space. Make this solution take up even more area. So if I want to rotate it out of there right now, probably want the arm like this. Is that actually going to let 4 get past? Possibly not. Might have to go like this, possibly. No, not even that. Maybe more like this would be better. Four is still going to be a problem though. Oh god. Yeah, okay. 14, you go on a track. Just bodge this solution up even more. Plus rotate. Okay, and then a bonder and then an output. Should actually not be difficult. Ah, there's an extra bond there, because I moved it sideways. Oh, I can probably fix that. Wait. Can I just fit an unbonder in? We just need to unbond that bit there. Is that it? I think that's it. Give me the output. Let's see if this actually lines up. If I've built this the wrong way around at some point, this is going to be a nightmare. No, I think that is indeed it. So we just stick a reset on 14, and that should be everything, assuming that I've correctly reset everything else. I might need to reset Van Berlo's wheel, because I never did that. I think everything else has reset on, though. Also, that's not actually necessary any longer, is it? So I guess that actually already is reset. Now let's see if it loops. It totally does. Man, how terrible is this solution? The answer is not actually that terrible. Pretty good in terms of cycles. Absolutely awful in terms of error and cost, as you would imagine. Okay, good. I'm about to dissolve the transmutation engine itself. Chuck that thing right in the solvent. No time to talk. Surprise! I found... Surprise! No, well, apparently we succeeded, I guess. And why did I do it? I know why he's not talking. It's the mannequin, isn't it? Good old hallucination missed. Oh no! It was a mannequin! Explosions! Concealed letter. Occasionally Nils is able to impress me. The game itself has not changed at all, only the place. When I pitch you now, I imagine you set on a journey somewhere very far here. Or maybe, you know, maybe they did become cloggers after all that. Well, and now a credit sequence, it seems, even though there appeared to be one more thing on that level list. So the question is, after we trick the other alchemist dude with the mannequin, did he explode or something? Or are we going to find out in this last, whatever happens after the credits? A well-earned reward. Oh, well, maybe not then. Oh, of course. The old first 100 club, which I was a part of for Infinifactory, but I don't think I'm going to be nearly as fast here with Opus Magnum. Well, there you go. That's the end of this game, I suppose. Apart from all the journal and a whole ton of optimizations. I may do one more video showing off some optimizations of some of the levels I've already done, and maybe even part of the journal. We'll see about that. But for now, this episode is sufficiently long, so it's time for the social information to appear. happysalad.net is the website that we make with our podcast every 2 weeks. And then facebook.com/happysaladnet is the Facebook, and @saladcast is the Twitter. Those are mostly to tell you about our podcast and when that occurs every 2 weeks. It's usually mostly on schedule. And as for this YouTube channel that you're presumably watching this on, more videos soon.